gathering the council. Welcome, folks, to Game 1 of the NL Wildcard. Our 3 o'clock game pits the San Diego Padres versus the Chicago Cubs. I really wish it was the Mets in this spot, not either of these two, but I'll take the Cubs as a trade-off because Mendoza's a gambling lunatic who deserves his neck in a noose. Cubs sent Tyler Boyd to the mound, or what was his name? Oh, Matthew Boyd to the mound today. He takes on Nick Pivetta. Facing him in the line, the Padres sent Adam Fernando Tatis Jr., Luis at right, Luis Arias at first, Manny Machado in the hot corner, Jackson Merrill in center, Xander Bogaerts at short, Ryan O'Hearn is the DH, Gavin Sheets in left, Jake Cronenworth at second, and Freddie Furman in behind the plate for the Padres, batting ninth. For the Cubs, it's Michael Busch at first, Nico Horner at second, Ian Happ in left, then Kyle Tucker, who may not be able to field, but he can at least still hit, playing DH, Seiya Suzuki in right, Carson Kelly behind the plate, Peter Crow Armstrong in center, Dansby Swanson at short, and Matt Shaw at third. Not so artful Dodgers. Carpet shore bombing. And for Milwaukee, it's do or fucking die. MLB Charlie Brown. That's one way to put the Brew Crew. Winner of this series gets. Winner of this series heads to Milwaukee. I already mentioned the starting lineup. Let's see how things play out here. Matt Boyd, pretty dangerous when he's playing at Wrigley. Most of his wins came at home in 31 starts. But the last couple of starts he's had have not been good to him, not been kind to him. Nevertheless, let's play some fucking ball. First pitch, chopped by Mark, and chopped foul by Tatis Jr. down the third baseline. 0-1. Goes with a changeup and it misses on the low out inside corner. 1-1. And if you think the umps are being egotists now, wait till next season when the automatic balls and strike system comes into play. 1-1 pitch. Swing and miss. Gone with the changeup outside to the opposite side, to the opposite corner. 1-2. One-two pitch. Lowe went with the slider. 2-2. Changeup is low. Full count. Payoff. That's chopped to short. Swanson will scoop it up. Will get on the hop and get him. 1 down. Ironic that the two quote-unquote games I've called with San Diego, they've won. And it's 50-50 with the Cubs this year. Louis Arise, granted, it was basically the tail end of a game for San Diego, the second game for San Diego back in July. And both Cubs games I called in May against the Mets, and they went 50-50. 1-0 to Arise. On the way from Boyd. Fouled off down the first base line. 1-1. P.S. to the urinating tree. I just watched your 2025 haters guide. Now just give me the Lowe Mets video and use my tirades against Mendoza for the gambling addiction he had to justify even putting that damn thing up. I mean, Frank the Tank's fine, but he goes over the top. That's it to left field. And Happ makes a catch. 2 down. Boyd originally started as a rookie in 22, had to go under the knife in 23, and was moved to starter status this year. And he did gas out a good bit. Machado swings and misses a fastball over the plate. 0-1. As I was saying, Tree, just use my videos under the Mendoza rants, calling him out for his bullshit gambling habit. That's ripped. Caught by by Shaw, inning over. Now let's see what Nick Pavetta's got against this Cubs lineup of Bush, Horner, Happ, Tucker, Suzuki, Kelly, PCA, Swanson, and Shaw. First pitch, check of the swing. Bush does not go around. 1-0. We're at the bottom of the 8th in Cleveland. It's 2-1 Tigers. Bush crushes one deep center field, but it's playable. And Merrill catches it at the short of the wall to the deepest part of the warning track. 1 down. Nick Pivetta, 2.87 ERA, career best, wins with 13. Wind blowing from right to left, it looks like. Nico Horner takes strike 1. One and one. That's ground. Base hit through the hole on the first base side. And Horner's on with a 1-out single. And Nico gets on with a single. Ian Happ takes ball 1 up and away. 1-0. Two and 0. Now, if Edwin Diaz walks for the Mets, would I risk getting Emmanuel Clase? No. The stench of the gambling scandal would stick with him. Not worth it. And even if he gets that expunged from his record, one gambling dumbass is bad enough with Mendoza. I don't need another one. Swung and a miss, 2-1. I don't need a second one in the form of Clase. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. Just catches the inside, the top of the zone, 2-2. Payoff pitch. And Happ goes down looking at one on the inside corner, on the inside edge. Head with a curveball. With a slider. Oh, it's a four-seamer. Never mind. I thought it was a curveball. I mean, you could have swung at it, Ian, and to see if you can make contact with it at the very least. Kyle Tucker swings at a curveball, and he fouls it off to the backstop, 0-1. I figured that much with Tucker. He's only been back a few games due to a calf strain. I mean, like I said, what good is that if he can't really run? I mean, sure, he can still hit, and maybe he could still catch, but that's not good enough if he can't field or run down the base paths or run to go after the ball to catch it. Fouled off, 0-2. Throw over the first. Horner makes it back. Swan and miss. Tucker strikes out. So after giving up a 1-out hit, Pivetta gets the next 2 to strike out, something the Cubs don't do often. No runs, 1 hit, 1 stranded. First inning complete in game 1 of this wild card round. No score. In the meantime, bottom 8, Will Vest has come on to replace Skubal after 7 2/3 innings. Tying run at third, 2 out. And the Tigers are up 2-1. And Bo Naylor coming on to replace Angel Martinez as a pinch hitter. 1 for 6 lifetime against Vest with a couple of strikeouts. Still to come at 6. Red Sox against Yankees. Garrett Crochet against Max Fried. Hunter Green against Blake Snell at 9 when the Reds take on the Dodgers. Lineup for the Yankee versus Sox game. The Sox bring against Fried Rob Refsnyder, Trevor Story, Alex Bregman, Romy Gonzalez, Carlos Narvaez. Is this Eaton kid? Nate Eaton, Jaron Duran, Sedane Refala, and Nick Sogard. The Yankees will have, in that order, Yankees send Paul Goldschmidt, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton, Ahmed Rosario, Trent Grisham, Aaron Volpe, Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero to the mound against Crochet. It's basically a battle of the 2 best left-handed southpaws in the American League tonight. Later tonight. The big question for the Cubs is who they're going to throw on the mound games 2 and 3 if it gets that far against San Diego. Game 2, they're going up against Dylan Cease. And Game 3, they're going up against Yu Darvish, if it gets to the latter. First pitch is low, ball 1. To Jackson Merrill. The slider. 1-0 pitch. Gets a fastball, 1-1. And it just catches the inside, the low inner corner. That's hit to right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Suzuki has to cut it off, but it's going to be too late to stop Merrill from sliding the second with a leadoff double. Horton's out with a rib injury. Yes, seen. Here's Xander Bogaerts, and he takes ball 1 with a changeup up outside. Strike 1. One on the sinker. That's fouled off. 1-2. One, 2. In the dirt with the slider, 2-2. That's fouled off. Tim in the left center field. That's going to go into the gap and bounce off the wall. Profar scores. Bogaerts to second. The ball gets away. He's going to go to third. It's an RBI double plus a throwing error. And San Diego goes up 1-0. A 1 pitch from Boyd to O'Hearn. Ground ball, Swanson cuts it off. He gets onto it. Looks, Bogart's back to third, one down.
Hand off to Smith. He wants to throw it. Smith looks the other way. He's got speed. Airing it out to Flacco. Got speed. Flacco's. And back there is Mohamed Sanu, who will go deep, and he's got Green, and that's going to be all the way. And there it is, wide open. 22-0. Chicory. Allen is home. 20 yards situation on this drive.
Ground ball, caught me. Pop up on foul ground, caught by Shaw, 2 down.
Look at this. Broncos got the ball going to the left. He'll score. Talk about the college playbook.
Cronenworth up next. First pitch. Strike one through the slider. Or middle, high middle. Owen chopped over the plate to Swanson. He'll get the out. But 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 stranded. Screws over the cup. And the Padres draw first blood. Through 1.5, San Diego 1, Cubs nothing. Thank you, Chris F&B. Yeah, what kind of serious shit, Doc? I know is I need some serious shit in the pantry. Snacks. Namely, snacks. Okay. Popeye said 1178. Let me check my bank account. What did it say? Over, Salem. We lost so much. Coco. Velvet. Cardin. Fox. Roy. After the All-Star break, the Cubs really took a nosedive in their batting average. Prior to it, many of them were hitting around 270 to 300 at best. But since then, the highest batting hitter is Kyle Tucker at 231. Yeah, 1178. 536. That's 37. 48. 14. Seiya Suzuki fouls that one off 0-1. Yeah, I saw that. Up and away, 1-1. Oh, 76. 37-12. That's foul off 1-2. Let's see. Calculator app. There we go. Bounce that one off. Yes. Can you turn that down? Stupid reverb. Let's see. Suzuki hits this one. The shallow center's just going to drop. Dive by Murley's got it. 1 down. That's fouled off by Kelly, 0-1. I'm aware, you sin. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah, 4.27. One. Two one. Another pitch from Pivetta. Full count. It's another heater. Okay, $449.34. And down swinging goes Kelly, 2 down. That's strikeout number 3 for Carson. For Nick. And here comes Peter Crow Armstrong. Let's see, 34 cents. Yeah. Okay. PCA chance breakout Chi-Town. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-1. Swung and a miss, 1-2. Or tipped into the glove, 1-2. Pivetta sets. And now the 1-2 pitch. Foul back. We'll do it again. Got him swinging. Ball briefly gets away from Furman, but he recovers and gets the out. Nothing across for the Cubbies. 1-0 San Diego through 2.
We'll take it. We got a Sunday to earn. Yeah, you tap that project like sadness. You can earn your Sunday. Lowe's. You give Morgan Guillory a puzzle. She won't stop thinking about it until it's solved. This might be the best day of my life. Let's get downstairs to Jesse. It's too hard. What you see out of Pivetta after those first 2 hard hit balls in the first? Yeah, settling in. I mean, got a lot of life in the ball. It's moving.
Check on the Furman. It's a fastball. 1-1. Four-seamer went too far out. Popped up. Going to the backstop and into the seats. 1-2. For me, fouls that one off on the change. The 1-2 fouled off. Up the middle, Horner scoops it up, 1 down. So by dumb luck, the Tigers hang on this afternoon. Ground ball by Tatis, 2 down. And throw to Swanson, 2 down. Strike 1 to our eyes. Swing and a miss, this time at the changeup, 0-2. Got him swinging, and that ends the inning. Nothing across for San Diego. But San Diego is still in front, 1-0 through 2.5. I noticed. Yasin. And believe me, if I was a kid in this day and age and handheld TVs could still pick old retro LCD handheld TVs could still pick up a signal, I'd be on the bus watching the game I'm calling right now. But alas, LCD TVs, unless you can find a way to hack them, can't.
We can look at some investment options for you. So right money moves aren't as absurd as you think. When I work with my clients and they ask me questions, hey, what do you recommend? Do I go with wood? Do I go with TimberTech? It's always a no-brainer for me. I'm always telling them to go with TimberTech. And they're always asking me, why TimberTech? There's 10 different options out there. And the answer is just grab some samples. There's just so many different color options, different textures. It's easy to work with, fire resistant, and the maintenance, you can't argue that. You want low maintenance, go with TimberTech. It really changed the game for me. What can I tell you? That's a great product. 50 years, the #1 new comedy is back. We had no rhythm. Great guests. And the big home improvement league. Hey, buddy.
That guy's a tool.
50 years. Season premiere Wednesday on ABC.
1-0 Padres. We go back down to Jesse Rogers.
So, what did you like about Boyd after he gave up the run, had a runner up for less than 2 outs?
Yeah, that's a run scoring situation, obviously, and to keep that one Excellent job, well done.
Talk to me about your offense. Pavetta looks a little bit locked in after those first 2 hitters. What do you see?
Well, Nick Pavetta is the high fastball. He's trying to clip the top of the strike zone on the fastball. He's doing a good job of it.
Back to you, Kevin.
Jesse, thank you. Craig Counsell came over from Brewers last season. Milwaukee wins the division for a second straight year. Progress has in year 2.
One pitch. To Dansby Swanson, 2021 World Champ with Atlanta. Then he got shipped out in 23 to Chicago in free agency. That one's hit to center, but it's dead center. Or the Merrill who moves over to right center and he makes the catch. 1 down. Got under that one. First pitch. I don't know what Shaw was doing trying to go for a bunt, but pullback doesn't do anything. 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. One and two. This time got the slider and the sweeper on the end, on just catching the corner. Two and two. This one goes too far outside. Which is weird when you consider that over its history, it's been one of the more hitter-friendly ballparks. Anyway, 2-2 pitch. 2-2 pitch from Pavetta to Shaw, and he goes down swinging on the four-seamer. 2 down. Strikeout number 4 for Nick Pavetta. I always hate doing these afternoon ball games. First pitch to Bush, and he takes upstairs, ball 1. One on the sinking fastball. It didn't even sink. Swing and a miss at the four-seamer, 1-1. Too far in, 2-1. And this time he pops it up. First base side, Arise coming in. Gets in, foul ground in the inning.
Your players, your postseason ball, the postseason action of the MLB app, the #1 app. Live baseball. Back to Wrigley Field, Kevin Brown, Jesse Mendoza, Ben McDonald,
Ball one.
Jesse Rogers down below.
Juan Machado.
ESPN on ABC crew.
There you go. No, you're not on the change. 2-0.
And second wild card to the National League. Padres have the lead. Jackson barrel double. Xander Bogaerts doubled him in off of Matthew Wood in second. And there's two are the next two up after Manny Machado.
That one found the smart. 2-1. Three and one. And Machado gets walked on the four-seamer. Bunt laid down perfectly. Throw over the first to get a rock. And you get Merrill, but Machado moves to second on the sacrifice. Strike one. Bogart's grounder down the third base line is foul, 0-2. Bogart's with the man scoring position. Got the first run home on a double, and then moved to third on a throwing error. One and one. 2-1. Chopper gets away from the throw the first, not in time. A shot. I managed to get the ball as it got away and got over Boyd's glove, but runners now move to the corners, and now you can, if you're the Cubs, move the infield in. Move the corners in for a double play ball. Okay, amazing. It's Bibby in tomorrow's game between the Cardinals and Tigers. Tigers and Guardians. And Littell against Yamamoto for Reds-Dodgers. Interesting. And if it gets that far, Ciccone for the third game, Schlitter for the Yankees, Darvish for the Padres, Ciccone for the Reds, for the Guardians, Abbott for the Reds. Draw curveball by Boyd for strike one. That's hit foul. Two one, 1-2. Checking the runner. Fist to the shallow center. Cut by Swanson. Throws back to first to hold the run. Back throws to the plate to hold the runners. That takes at least a single and a run away from the Padres.
But the crew rendering. Apparently, the rebels will pay more for my services than His Majesty.
High in the air to right center. Caught by Armstrong, and that ends the inning. So the Cubs dodge a bullet, get with runners at the corners and one out, and get two outs out of it. 3.5 complete, 1-0 Padres. And we're back for the bottom of the fourth. And that is looking good so far. Leads off against the only guy to get a hit off him, Nico Horner, and a sweeper misses just outside on 1. One and two. 2 and 2. 2 and 1. Two one pitch. Cutter just catches the corner. 2 and 2. The 2-2 pitch to Horner. Popped up with the sweeper. First base side. Rise under it. He'll make the catch. 1 down. I hate it when that happens, to be perfectly honest. I hate it when that happens. I really do. And it seems like Boyd's coming out and Daniel Palencia coming in. So after 4 1/3, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, Craig Counsell is going. I don't know why Craig Counsell's going the road of throwing in a reliever this early, but we'll see how it plays out. Valencia's first pitch to Tatis. That's line, deep right field. Suzuki takes a step back, makes a catch. 2 down.
So if you know anything about me, Simon Miller, and you should know something about me, but if you do, it's that I love Goose Wrestling. I think it is for life. Given that recently I talked about some of my favorite Goose Wrestling in their Ghostbusters report. It's so funny because one, they're so damn proud of themselves, and two, later on in the match, when they use protein packs, you have Tim Ross on the Ghostbusters. Man, protein packs, as if somebody had just used the gun. This is why JR is one of the most iconic. The young bucks haven't still than what Matt Jackson, the field state top fucking fellow man, entering behind him when he whips off the spoon, smiles every corner. If his tagline out of the page, the young bucks have an absolute meltdown, and then the cowboy.
1-0-1 as the slider goes right over the plate, and Arias doesn't even bother taking a cut at it.
For whatever reason, he had to run. This is when Steve number 80 outruns.
1-1.
Great too. He is deliberately not everybody could have done this. Once again, let's say it again. Then, of course, everything he's done with 4 runs.
1-2. 2-1.
Number 6. Everything with arts. I couldn't just pick one because there's too many. That ladder at win, corporate games, it goes through. You're not even in the match. Now, it's the usual stuff you expect these days. Of artists go, oh, my bad. This delivery, it's how Tuesday looks.
That's driven to right center. This one's driven to center. PCA on the run. Makes the catch. Inning over. Halfway home. I know, David. Inning over. 1-0 Padres. As we are halfway home in Chicago. On the north end.
And even if you go back now, let me tell you about these days. When he's out, and the way he sold stuff right now, you want to see it. Watch that, copy him. And here, Vince, some of the quips Steve is making too are laugh out loud funny. And Vince McMahon sells this like he's somewhat of a puppet. Like he has no offense, he's basically crying, and he's left the dead.
this was meant to be a serious part of the Vincent Mann Steve Austin angle, but actually it's laughed out loud funny. I also think was the intent. We just kind of felt like we need to get one of these in here that is just so iconic, especially because I imagine we do have some younger viewers watching. You can go and check it out today. Absolutely terrible. So of course, this is what happened after Brody Dean joined, and he as well. Jackass. So I've been thinking about this Sami Zayn versus the Jackass boy from WrestleMania for a long time. And all of a sudden this landed on my desk and I thought, you know what? This is the perfect moment for me to take that thing and throw it up the winner and remind you
that too.
Ever. Because who else could take someone like Johnny Knoxville and the rest of you boys and somehow turn it into a wrestling match that is super entertaining to watch, super funny, and actually end with Sami Zayn getting hit? Let's not forget, no matter how much training he did, they're not going to be at any level because wrestling takes so damn long to acquire experience. But this Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens talked about this too, he did figure it out. He basically wrote a thesis about how this was going to work. Just go watch it for the timing, go watch it for the comedy, just the little things he throws out there that are basically Easter eggs. They just work for us. I think it's a genius thing to frame. Look at the situation, just figure it out. It's like speculating. But it really is the epitome of goofy wrestling for us as well, because it made it to WrestleMania, and of course it involved celebrities who competed, the whole world of best celebrity match ever. And there are certain elements to each of them. But this one, for us, just goes to show. It's like my modern day recode. The reason professional wrestling is so good is you can take three guys.
Bomb 5, and we start off with Seiya Suzuki, ball 1. 2-0. That's foul off, 2-1. Suzuki blasts one deep left center field. That ball is gone. Tie game. Through the winds of Wrigley and the Cubs tied up. And Suzuki with a leadoff ties it up. One, two. No, David. That's driven to left field, but I think this one is play. No, it's not. It's back-to-back for the Cubbies. Carson Kelly puts the Cubs in front, 2-1. What do you chase? High cheese? Yep, it was a high cheese. And second time through the order, the Cubbies are figuring out that high fastball. They're sitting on it, and they have crushed it back to back. Not until 8, David. Will you quit pestering me? More on, warming up in the pen. Shouldn't be too long until San Diego goes to him. Armstrong chases a curveball, 0-1. I'm pretty sure he's lying about that. Oh, and 2. Yeah, I figured as much. Fuck you, Drew Barrymore. 1-2. Went for the bunt, pulls away, doesn't go around. 1-2. I don't know why PCA would try to bunt on that high of a pitch. High cheese, strike 3, 1 down. And here comes Swanson. First pitch to Swanson. Ball 1 on the 1-1. So Pavetta has now gone to the sweeper. Well, let's see if that helps him all that much. Let's go. Cubby Champ breaks out. Takes the 4-seamer over the plate. 1-2. That was dead center to hit. Sweeper on the corner, strike 3. Or sinker, excuse me. Fans don't like that call, but it's ump's discretion, at least until next year when hitters, pitchers, and catchers can challenge. Wins those kinds of calls. Still to come later tonight. Best of 3. Red Sox, Yankees at 6. Reds, Dodgers at 9. Matt Shaw up next for the Cubs. High sweeper upstairs, 1-0. Winner of that series heads to Seattle on Saturday. 1-0 pitch. Pop foul going back to the seats behind the play. 1-1. Lowe and away, 2-1 with the sinker. Here's the 2-1. Swung and fouled out of the glove. 2-2. Two pitch. Popped up. Back behind the screen. No one's going to get that one. We'll do it again. Pavetta's really getting nervous. He's given up 2 home runs. He has calmed it down. 2-2 is upstairs with a curveball, and we'll have a full count. Payoff pitch, swung and missed, dead center heater. And Pavetta gets out of it, but not without giving up. Giving up back-to-back bombs to save Suzuki and Carson Kelly. 5 innings complete. It's Cubs 2, Padres 1. Valencia back on for his first full inning. Try his first full inning of work. Swan and miss. Strike 1 to Machado. Oh, 1. Gets him with a heater to Shakes out to the inside, far inside, 0-2. High heat, but it's laid off, 1-2 as it goes outside. Two and two. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Popped up, and we'll do it again. Check swing. Got him. Strike three. Chado went down going after the slider in, and he did not hold up his swing in time. Slider inside corner, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Got him. Strike three. Got him. Look. First pitch, strike one over the middle to Bogarts, is the only Cub to get a hit today. The only Padre to get on the base consecutively, 0-1 pitch, driven to left center field. Armstrong on his horse, stops, races to the edge of the warning track, makes the catch, inning over. Yankees. Padres go down in order. Cubs still lead 2-1.
Saint Saturn in one piece. In chapter 1125, with the death of Saint J. Garcia, Saturn, there raises a question why Emu executed Saint Saturn. The answer for this question is very simple, as Saturn's goal on Egghead was to kill Vegapunk and his satellites. He succeeded in killing the main body of Vegapunk and at the same time destroyed the satellites as well, for the most part. One can say that he essentially met his goal, but at the same time, he failed to kill Kuma and Vamana, which is something that he swore to do. He also failed to stop Nika. Because of his partial failures, he had to be executed. Why Emu killed him?
First pitch is a strike. And Adam Morahan comes on to replace. Jim Morion comes on to pitch, throws a sinker, 0-1. So Pavetta's day is done after 2 runs, 3 hits, no walks, and 9 strikeouts over 5 innings. That one's fouled off by Bush, 0-2. Pitch. That's driven to left center field, and it's going to fall for a base hit for Bush. Or the left field, and it falls for Bush. He's on with a leadoff single. Strike one to Horner, 0-1. Horner fouls that one off, 0-2. Up the middle, base hit. That's going to hold everyone to one base. Another single for Horner, and it's now men at first and second, and nobody out. And the Cubs are really starting to pile it on. I'm here. See? Mason Miller warming up in the pen for the Padres, but Moron's got to get one more batter under the toolkit, under the belt. First pitch to Happ. Fouled off, 0-1. Happ has struck out twice, both times swinging at it. Down to third, Machado scoops it up over the second one, over the first, double play. 2 huge outs for Morejon, and now they're going to give him the hook. Here comes Miller. Well, that's a waste if you're the Cubbies. Tucker hits one that pops it up, shallow center. Profar's under it, and the Cubs get nothing out of that. And waste runners on first and second with nobody out on a double play ball and a fly out. 6 innings complete. Cubs lead 2-1.
Sell your home fast. Choose one you want to move. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Trust the real estate company with the most 5-star reviews. Go to marksman.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. Don't stop thinking about it until it's solved.
This might be the best day of my life.
Select Clear till it goes on clear and starts working immediately.
Feel up to 60% off fall and towel during Michael's Fall Haul from Spooky and Cozy.
Anything really specified? With eye contact. Stop! No! Don't do that! I did the super. Open it.
Nature's Bounty has solutions to supplement all of you. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
Yeah, you will. Oh. Hi. Oh, happy Chris. Thank you so much, honey. Oh, I hope it's the snack food he likes from the. Oh, this is so cute.
And Drew Pomeranz now comes on the pitch for the Cubs.
I gotta tell him. Because you got a big, soft, mushy heart. Open that shit. Open it. What is it?
1-1.
Oh, so much. I love that so much more than I ever thought I could have. That was so good. It was on screen where I was like, I want
In the air to left center. Hap fighting the sun, and he gets it on a knee. 1 down.
fluids there. I don't want to. No, machine. Look how pain.
Oh, my. Oh, and 2. Fouled off. 2-2. We'll do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Full count. Fans don't like the call, but whatever. Yes, I'm doing NXT later. Oh, it's 1-2. Excuse me. 1-2 pitch from Pomeranz. This is smack to right field, but Say is at the warning track. 2 down. This Saturday is Ancarella versus Pereira 2, UFC 320. For those wondering, no, I don't really care for the Ultimate Fighting Championships. First pitch to Cronenworth, and he's going to foul that one off. 0-1. Cubs are getting Kittredge warmed up in the bullpen. Let's see how that handles. Bullpen is faint, and Cubbies have retired all 7 Padres they've faced so far. Yeah. I don't care who wins this game, to be honest. Oh, 1 pitch. Cronenworth hits this one to deep left, to mid-range left center. Armstrong backing up. He'll make the catch. Inning over. It is time for the traditional 7th Wrigley style 7th inning stretch. So let's hear it good and effing loud. As soon as I get to the stamp. And it's Eddie Pearl Jam's lead singer Eddie Vedder singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And this is what happened in the 5th. back-to-back smacks by Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly to put the Cubs up 2-1. Basically in the same spots in left center. Mason Miller now comes on to pitch for the Padres, and he'll start off against said duo to lead off the seventh for the Cubbies. And Seiya takes a slider over the middle. 0-1. 1-1 as that slider goes in the dirt. He'll tunnel vision that slider. Over the play again with the slider, 1-2. I don't know why Seiya's not taking a cut at that pitch. He's had a slider go high and a slider go low over the middle to him. That one's fouled to the backstop, 1-2. No runs in his last 20 appearances for Mason Miller. This time he gets the heater and Suzuki whiffs at it. 1 down. This one goes for the fastball, and it's low. 1-0 to Carson Kelly. That's actually 10 strikeouts, and there have been no walks by Cubs pitchers today. Swing and a miss on another heater by Carson, 1-1. Cubs have 6 outs to play with when they go up to the Padres only have 6 outs left to play with when they get up at the 8th. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt with that slider, 1-2. Strike 3. PCA swings and misses a heater. 1-1. Inside of that heater, 1-1. One, two. And he got him swinging. So Mason Miller strikes out the side. 11. Is that 12 or 11 strikeouts? 12 strikeouts against for Cub pitching today, Cub hitting today. We go to the 8th. Padre with the score, Chicago 2, San Diego 1. Just no. Ball 1 on this 4-seamer. Maris Pomerantz begins his second inning of work. 1 and 2 from Kittredge. I didn't realize he was in. Furman. 1-2 to Freeman. That's foul. Dinkelberg. One-two pitch. Foul off the slider. We'll do it again. Ground ball. Scooped up by Shaw. Fires the first one down. Ball one. One and 2-1. Two and 2. I'm looking. Strike 3 on the slider. Two gone as Tatis Jr. just stared at it. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Louis Rise is up next. First pitch is strike 1 to Louis Rise. Tries to bunt on, but he doesn't take, but he pulls back. 1-1. One pitch. Arise lines one to center. Armstrong under it. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs still in front. 2-1. It'll be Jeremiah Estrada now pitching for the Padres. Let's see what he's got. First pitch is over the middle, over the plate with a slider, strike one. In 77 games, Estrada had 3.45 ERA, 9% walk rate, 36% strike rate, and a 73 K in 73 innings. That's ripped into the left field by Swanson. It's going to get down for a base hit. Sixth hit of the game for the Cubbies. It's usually, and Matt Shaw up next. Now batting for the Cubs, number 6, third baseman, Matt Shaw. Is Swanson going to try to steal a bag? We'll see here. First pitch. Goes for the bunt, but he pulls back on the high slider, 1-0, and Swanson doesn't bother taking off. Shaw squares, but this time he doesn't pull back, 1-1. That's in the dirt, 1-2-1. This time it bunts, gets it down. Arise scoops it up and tags Shaw while Swanson goes to second on the sacrifice. Smart place to put that bunt. It forces Arise to just go after him instead of going to second to try to get Swanson. Swanson now in scoring position, 1 out. Can't remove Estrada this early since it's only that was only his second battery fake. And they're going to give Michael Busch the free pass. Interesting decision by San Diego. Nico Horner up next. Oh, 0-2 as he swings at the slider at the split finger in the dirt. But they have grounded into one today. Oh, 2 pitch. In the dirt, that's going to get away, and the runners are going to move up. Move to second and third, taking away double play possibility. That's hit to center. It's not deep. Swanson tagging up the throw to the plate. Bounces off the mound, and the Cubs will get an insurance run, 3-1. Sac fly by Horner, and the Cubs go up 3-1. Got off the end of the bat. Didn't go that far. Cronenworth was under it. Mid-range sac fly. And the throw of the plate skipped off the mound. And Mike Shaw will get Wandy Peralta as closer to try to mitigate damage. We'll be right back. Runner on second, 2 out, 3-1 Cubs. Bottom 8. First pitch to Happ, and he takes strike 1. Oh, that was the Horner at bat. First pitch with the sinker is in. Ball in at the legs. Ball 1 to Happ from Peralta. Happ hasn't been good against left-handers. 231, 5-19 as opposed to 247, 18-60 splits over the as opposed to against righties. 1-1. Ball 2. Don't really have one right now, David, so could you let me focus? Fouled off by Happ, 2-2. Doing a changeup. Hello, Daniel Barry. Happy Tuesday, dude. 2-2 pitch to Happ. Full count again. Happ has struck out twice in these situations tonight. I mean, this afternoon, transitioning into this evening. And he goes down swinging again. We go to the ninth. 1 run, 1 hit, an intentional walk, a wild pitch, and 1 man stranded for the Cubs. Last chance for the Padres. They'll have the top of the order. I mean, top to middle of the order. Due up. It'll be Machado, Merrill, and Merrill and Bogarts due up in the ninth. Score sits at Cubs 3, Padres 1. No, just no. I wasn't a fan of the original James Cameron Avatar, and I skipped Way of Water because it felt very self-indulgent and preachy. What makes you think I want to see it after you're just releasing it in theaters a second time, let alone to get a sneak peek of Fire and Ash? The point is, I don't effing care for the Avatar films. Vanderbilt against Alabama, Miami against USC this Saturday. I know there was a Kentucky game. Sadly, I will not be calling any of those games as I've got game 1 of the ALDS on Saturday. Blue Jays against whoever they face. This is the 36th time the Padres are behind after 8. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 from Brad Keller. Don't care, David. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off down the right field line. 0-2. One, two. Just missed with a low fastball, 2-2. Little nubber. Swanson scoops chopper. Swanson soups it up, fires the first, 1 down. Gets it to Bush, 1 down. Fly ball to center. PCA going back. He's at the track and makes a catch before the wall. 2 down. $39,000 in Wrigley Field. And we got a pitch timer violation against Keller. And it's on Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts trying to calm down, but here comes the manager, and he might get the boot. Okay, charge the batter's timeout. Not a strike. Okay. Ball 1. One, 1. That they were. Fouled off. Cubbies looking to end that curse. The one game they managed to stay alive in when it comes to the NLCS that year. 2-1. 2-2. Padres down to their final strike. Bogaerts at the plate. Grounder, but hit and fouled off the plate and the foot. We'll do it again. Two. Foul off again. Bogaerts is fighting. I'll give him that much. Seventh pitch. Got him looking. Fly the W. Cubs win. Three to 1 your final score. Winning pitcher, Daniel Palencia. Losing pitcher, Nick Pivetta. Save Brady Keller. Cubs go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They got the speed. Be the best in the National League. Cubs are... Or Brad Keller, excuse me, gets the save. In spite of striking out 13 times, only getting a free pass intentionally once, the Cubs persevere. 3 back-to-back homers by Suzuki and Kelly being the main contributors to their runs, followed by a Nico Horner sack fly that had insurance, and the Cubs go up 1-0 in this wild card round. That's it for tonight. For now, I'll be back in a couple of hours to call NXT. Subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network and the Hardcore Sports Networks. I'm Mets 2128. Goodbye. Good night. And all their content creators, goodbye and good night. Bang.